I've always been obsessive about my craft, a purist down to the bone. To me, nature photography wasn't just art, it was about the discipline of film. Last spring, I took a solo trip deep into the Redwood National Forest, not the tourist trail but far beyond them, where the trees were so ancient that they felt older than time itself. It was a trip I'd been planning for months. A rare atmospheric event was supposed to happen that week, and I needed total isolation to capture it. I packed everything with precision. 5 rolls of high-speed film, my heavy-duty tent, a compass, my tripod, rations, and a field notebook. I hiked until the sound of civilization vanished. No engines, no voices, not even distant windmills. Just the hum of old forests breathing. That first day was pure exhilaration. I crawled through moss, waited for the right angles of light, and watched elk pass like quiet shadows. When the sun finally dipped behind the massive treetops, the air turned icy and still. The forest is different at night. It felt more older and heavier, but I forced myself to sleep anyway. 3 days of shooting passed quickly, each one perfect. When I returned home, my body was sore but my spirit felt bright. The first 4 rolls were everything I'd hoped for. Golden light, drifting fog, wildlife framed like they were posing for me. But the 5th roll, that was the one that ended everything. I dropped the film off at my usual lab. When the technician called the next day, her voice was thin and shaking. "Elias, you should come in. There's something wrong with this roll." I drove there immediately. She spread the prints across the light table. I stood over them, waiting for a ruined exposure, a chemical error or anything ordinary. The first 8 photos were normal. Sunrise through branches, close-ups of mushrooms, a long exposure of a waterfall glowing like liquid silver. Then the next photo appeared, and everything changed. It was taken inside my tent. The timestamp is 2:15 a.m. The photo is dim. Greenish light illuminated the frame, probably from a small flashlight. The angle was low, almost as if someone had crouched at the foot of my sleeping bag. It showed the tips of my boots, the corner of my pack, and my camera bag beside me. My stomach dropped. I had been dead asleep at that time. The next print photo was marked 3:05 a.m. The angle was slightly higher, showing my backpack and portable stove. The light source came from near the floor. My hands felt cold as I picked up the third impossible print. It was snap at 4 a.m. A close-up of my sleeping face, my mouth slightly open, my expression slack. My features lit harshly by a beam pointed directly at me. Someone had leaned in close enough to feel my breath. The final photo was the worst, and it was take me at 4:15 a.m. A wide shot from high above me, almost like the camera was suspended from the ceiling of the tent. It showed my entire body in the sleeping bag, completely vulnerable. But then my eyes fell on the foreground. My heavy metal tripod stood right next to my head, fully extended, perfectly positioned for that shot, and it hadn't been there when I fell asleep. The realization hit like ice. Someone had silently entered my tent, unfolded my tripod, set it up over me, and taken photos of me for nearly 2 hours. I should have woken up from the zipper noise, the tripod legs, the shutter, the flash, but something had kept me asleep. I checked the negatives. No tampering, no splicing. These were real exposures taken in exact sequence on my last roll. But the detail the tech hadn't noticed almost made me drop the print. In the wide-angle shot from above, my camera lens was slightly reflective, high contrast, sharp. In that reflection, tiny but undeniable were not 3 tripod legs. There were 2 long, thin, pitch-black legs, like insect limbs, bending at impossible angles as they gripped the camera. Whatever had entered my tent didn't use my tripod, and it hadn't needed zippers or footsteps or sound. It moved like part of the night itself. I burned the prints. I shredded the negatives. I gave up film photography entirely, because I realized the thing I worshipped. The purity of the image, the untouched truth was exactly what had hunted me. Now, whenever I lift my phone or hear a camera shutter, I feel a faint metallic click behind my ears, like something patient, something mechanical and alive, is still framing me from the dark and waiting for the night. I finally fall asleep again to take a picture of me.